As promised, it's the Grand National. So we're going to take a look at the air conditioning, and then we have these things here in the bumpers that need to be replaced because they're absolutely falling apart, and I'll show you that a little bit later. But first, I had an old guy one day come by and ask me if I had a Chevy Grand National, and I was like, no. If you can't get the name of my car right, don't even talk to me. So he always drives by in this like red Jeep, and he always stares, and he's probably pissed because he probably figures he had the right house. But anyhow, I'm going to try to cover a car for a little bit because I don't want this guy seeing I actually had the car. First thing we're going to do is we're going to replace this sensor right here, this pressure switch. This, I believe, is still set for R12, but I don't think it's working at all. I have this new one here that has the pressures here for 134. I'm not sure what was going to show up. And then there's also a switch, a screw in there that lets you adjust the pressure cut on, cut off. This one has it too, and I've been turning it, and I still cannot get this thing to cut on at all. So hopefully it's going to be an easy fix, and I have my AC back. It was just kind of weird how I drove to Atlanta and the AC just kept freezing up. And then I go to drive it and it doesn't work at all. That's what we want to hear. Alright, well that's a good sign. It's actually cycling now, something I've never had happen before. I just think it's a little too low on Freon. The bad thing is I really don't know where I'm at. I might have to just drain the system out and start over from scratch, or I'm just going to have to put the big gauges on and do my best to measure, because it's really hard to tell off those little cans. But that's a good start. It's actually cycling. Now it's time to figure out how to do these bumper pieces. As you can see here, very common on these cars for this stuff here to just disappear. As you can see, you're not supposed to see the ground around here, and it's all kind of cracking and just coming apart, so it's time to replace them. Plus this back one looks really faded and beat. I know it's hard to see in this light, sorry, but you definitely can see the big gaping hole right there. So, see my shoe. Shouldn't. So we got the parts there. We're going to get them on here. We're going to learn how to do that together too, because I've never pulled a bumper off any of these type of cars. Just nuts and bolts, right? Alright, we got this much of it done. If you are doing this job, first thing to do is these scoops here in the front. There's some 10mm bolts. I left that one on there. You don't have to take it off. You can scoop those out of the way. Then you have this that should just, I believe it just fell down. Then you have some more 10mm that are here that take this piece off, and then there's like some 7mm, 3 of them right here. But actually first you need to take the bumper off. These are 10mm. It's 4 bolts. It'll come down. Make sure you unplug the main harness, and as you can see there, I have this one tucked away because I kept hitting it, the light bulb. So the bulb from the turn signal here and the harness, take that off. There's one on each side, and then the bumper will come down. You're probably gonna need help because it came down on me, and whew, it's freaking heavy. The only snag I had is there's 2 springs for the grill that are right here. There's one there. I had the other one here. It's underneath the car. It fell off, but I would try to undo those springs first. That's a heavy bumper, so that's what it looks like now. I'm going to dig in the box and get the new pieces out. Whoa. Man, I could use your help.
You can use my help?
I could have earlier. I probably should have came and got somebody.
Yeah.
I took that bumper off.
Mm-hmm.
Came down on me. And I was sitting there like, oh my god.
Did you scream?
Well, I was trying to find my phone, and I was like, damn it, it's all the way on top of the workbench. So I just had to bench press it. And, well, the thing I didn't They want to scratch it. Try to move that thing. It's
Russian?
yeah. Try to pick up a bumper of an old American car.
Oh my gosh! Seriously, why it's so heavy?
It's steel. It's steel on steel.
Damn. You know how... What was this cost?
This one's $10.
Sure. You know I can Google, right, on eBay.
It's $100.
Yeah, bullshit. I can Google.
See what I had to deal with?
Yeah. How much was it?
Look at it's $10.
Oh. $10 for 1 centimeter, so it's like 1,000, the whole thing.
No, not
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do with it?
Taking a small break from the Grand National, I'll do something I didn't see coming today, and that is canoeing with the wifeski.
Everybody hi.
Brought her daughter and her husband along. We're waiting on them to show up, and then we're gonna go down the stream, try to catch her. We already saw one little baby alligator that I pulled that GoPro out really quick, and we're gonna see what we can find. Alright, good Sunday morning. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the little detour on that canoe trip. Like I said, I didn't see it coming. Her daughter and her husband came over, and they kind of had the idea to go over to a college and go rent that stuff. So that's what we did, and I had a great time with it. Anyhow, you know the problem with YouTube, or one of the problems is, everything seems happy, jolly. We always cut out the bad stuff. But today I'm going to share with you I need to get back to work on the Grand National. I still need to finish the bumper fills, but the problem I have is, I don't know if it's from the canoeing or maybe working on this yesterday, my back is just totally wrenched, and this is usually what I have to deal with. This is about as straight as I can get myself, because I try to straighten out anymore. It's just causing a lot of pain, and every time I pick up my right leg, I'm just getting a sharp pain up my back. And I don't want to be negative, but I just want to share with everybody, the complications, the difficulties you have when trying to work on the car, stuff like that. When you have back problems, it's very serious condition. So anyhow, I'm gonna go try to rest a little bit, take some medicine, and hopefully by the end of the day we go ahead and get this back together, and I can show you what she looks like with all the new pieces. So this is how they ship it. I got the full set of front and rear. I got this through a company called Kirban. If you have a Grand National or some of the Buick stuff, you probably know Kirban Performance. Absolute great company to deal with. A while back when I first bought this car, I had bought a downpipe because I was taking out the catalytic converter in that, and I thought it might be easier to do that, and it just didn't fit. It was too big. It didn't match the rest of the exhaust, so I still would have had done work, and they took it back, no problem. So I've had nothing but good things to say about Kirban Performance. Now, you'll probably figure out, or you can probably figure out the company that actually makes these, but I'm not going to mention them in the video because a while back I reached out to them. I really don't like to put negativity. I really don't have any hard feelings against them, but I'm not going to promote them because I sent them an email and said, hey, I'm a disabled veteran, I have a Grand National, and I need to do this. I really like your product, and I'd like to, mention you. They're like, I said, nah, we got enough advertising, so okay, fine. So I'm not going to advertise for you because obviously you have enough. I wasn't asking for the stuff for free. But if you could have given me like a discount, help me out, especially now I'm not working, it would have been helpful. But it is what it is. Funny thing is, I never heard of them except for I saw the pieces advertised on Kirban's website, and I did some more research into them, and I still like the product. For now, to protect this, I'm not going to unwrap the back one. We'll unwrap that later on in the video, but these are the original pieces. The one that was on the passenger side was in pieces, but you can kind of see this one here. You can see the cracks in it. You can see cracks. Oh yeah, look at that. So these are made out of some kind of rubber product. These are made from fiberglass. Very solid, and the nice thing is they already come in a black gel coat, so you don't even have to paint them if your car is black, at least. So that's the great part for me. It was a double bonus per se, is that it's already painted, so I don't have to mess with that. And these are nice. It appears to be quality product. Like I said, I would just go to Kirban, look up body fillers, and that I'm not gonna mention the company because they didn't want to work with me. But like I said, that's totally their decision. That's their call. That's their company. I just, usually most people would maybe give you 10% off, 20%, something if you mention their name in YouTube. But oh well. So try to put these on, and then I think I'm gonna wait for the wife to come home to help put the bumper on, because I really don't want to scratch these pieces, and a friggin' bumper is a little bit heavy. So let's go have some fun and try to fit these. There you have it. Looks pretty good. Nice and solid fit. Totally happy with that. So now I think I'm just going to go inside, get some coffee, and take a little break before I move it on to the back half. Okay, so we have the back disassembled now. Just like on the front, you have 4 bolts on each side of the car that hold the bumper in place. Then you have 3 bolts that come here that hold in the filler panel, and then there's 3 more on both sides that take that. And you do have to remove the taillights. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to, but they do have to come out. And then there's 2 bolts right here that hold the license plate bracket on. That has to come out as well. So not as hard as the front, but all this does have to come out. And now we can unwrap that brand new piece and try to get it on. Ooh, looking good, man. It's been a hard day working on this, but I'm definitely waiting on the wife to get home to help me pick up that back bumper. We got way too much painted surface here to try to clear. So matter of fact, I think in the meantime while I'm waiting, I'm gonna take some blue painter's tape, put it around that, and then when she gets home, help me lift the bumper on this thing, then we'll be done.